Yo, what is up everyone? Stranger Things back again with another video. Today's video topic is actually going to be something very important that not just applies only to NFTs and cryptocurrencies but to all investments in general. It's basically how to react to political or high impact news that's happening around the world and use it to your fullest advantage to make good financial decisions. Well, obviously before continuing, I'm not a financial advisor, so please just use this video for what it's worth. It's just for entertainment value only. And also, if you stick around to the end of the video, there's going to be a giveaway that I'm running. So without further ado, let's jump straight into it. Basically, Vladimir Putin has actually announced that there's going to be a full-scale invasion of Ukraine underway. So I first heard about this via Twitter. When it comes to managing turmoil in the financial markets, always refer to official sources to make sure that you're not just listening to rumors and acting based on those. That being said, I still rely heavily on social media because sometimes the news is just more up to date, and it also allows me to get a sentiment of what's going on the ground. So here you can see in Twitter, you can actually understand how the on the ground footage is like, residents fleeing the city, and you can also see bombings that are happening in the airbase, sirens that are going off. Obviously I have this muted right now, but you can go check it out on your own, right? So how do we use this information to our advantage, right? Before I continue, my prayers are going out to all my friends from Russia and Ukraine, whoever is watching this video. Please stay safe. And yeah, back to the topic, right? So you can see that the US markets, they haven't opened yet, but I imagine that they should take a fall today. It's not been good year to date either. Crypto markets, you can see that basically Ether has already fallen off a cliff. And also if you look at all the other major cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, BNB, Cardano, Solana, and Ripple, etc., they're all basically down. But it's not all doom and gloom. There are some bright spots in terms of the financial markets. So we actually see here that Brent oil prices surged to $100 a barrel for the first time in 8 years as Ukraine crisis escalates. And this is really because Russia is actually the second largest oil producer. So with them going into this whole conflict with Ukraine, right, that means that anything that happens to Russia could potentially cause a major disruption in the critical energy exports from all these countries that are taking in oil from Russia. Naturally, any supply shock is going to send the price reeling, so that is exactly what we're seeing right now. Okay, so back to the topic proper, right? Thinking about how you can play this situation, right? I would say that in terms of crypto markets, right, which is where most of my videos are focused on today, yeah, it is potentially time to maybe try buying the dip. Obviously not financial advice, just what personally I'll be doing. But how exactly to buy this dip, right? I would say that if you have a lot of cash, you can just consider deploying a bit of it now, because this dip might not be very sustained for a very long period of time. It could just be a knee-jerk reaction, an overreaction, so the markets might correct up. But that being said, right, if you have maybe just a bit of spare cash left, then I would consider maybe going in 2 or 3 tranches. So don't go all in, and this is because it could still dip further, right? We don't know how this situation is going to worsen or get better. Hopefully it does get better, but then again, we don't know how the financial markets might take it, right? At least if you go in different tranches, you go in the first tranche. If it dips further, you can continue to average in. If it recovers, at least you don't feel the FOMO. You at least manage to buy in the first tranche and you can ride out the rise. And obviously my last group of people, if you're not cash rich, if you don't have a bit of spare cash left, you're my last group of people who are cash strapped, then I would say that the really best thing to do now is to just hang on tight. I'm not sure if the worst is behind us yet, but selling when it dips is generally not really a very good idea unless there's been some drastic fundamental change. Because if you think about it, right, assuming nothing's changed, ceteris paribus, right, there's actually going to be lower downside as the price dips, assuming the fundamentals are still intact. The true value of whatever you're investing in hasn't changed. Take that for what it's worth. I hope that everyone here can hang on tight, basically continue to make good financial gains. So now on to something which is a bit more positive. I'm going to be covering a bit more about a giveaway. Hey everyone, this is Stranger Things again from the future. As I was editing the video, I just felt that I didn't emphasize this strongly enough. Very importantly, just know that you shouldn't panic. This is not the first time that the NFT or crypto markets have crashed, right? Speculators have always found a way to make these markets ride up and downwards. And if it helps, right, take a good look at how historical trends have always played out. Markets don't keep going up or keep going down. Things will revert back to normalcy. So hang on, stay strong. I personally feel that it is super useless to just dump all your assets, be it crypto, NFTs or stocks whatsoever, just because of the fear that's happening right now. That being said, right, there are some viewers out there who might need this cash urgently, so please, if you do need it, just sell, right? Yeah, the last thing that you want to be worrying about is whether you can actually make ends meet, but holding a bunch of digital assets that can't do any of those things for you. Take some time to distance yourself away from any of this financial investments, right? Don't look at the markets all the time. Spend some time with your family and friends, with your community. It can really act like a support group for you to hang on in these tough times, and it really helps to distract you from the turmoil that's going on and encourages you to treasure your loved ones better. Now back to the video. And this is an NFT project that I found that's rather interesting. It's actually called the New Resistance. So New Resistance is actually a play to earn video game series. They actually had a Genesis NFT sale recently. It's called the Meccas of Crop Connection, and it was actually sold out in 144 minutes. So full disclosure, I actually own one of these NFTs, and that allows me to be whitelisted for their second collection, which is called the Citizens of Crop Collection. And the Citizens of Crop whitelist giveaway is going to be run on my Twitter channel. So if you'd like to stand a chance to win this Citizens of Crop whitelist, just follow the instructions on my Twitter page, which I'll be linking in the description below. So if I haven't already said this enough, do check out the New Resistance. Last but not least, I just want to preface by saying that NFTs are still a very highly speculative, high-risk investment. So take everything I say with a pinch of salt, right? There's still a lot of scams going on in the NFT space. There's a lot of new people coming in right now. It seems to be kind of a flippers market. So please stay safe. Don't invest more than you can handle losing. And peace out.